Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It is Wednesday the 3rd of June and we have new mods. We also have an absolute load of updates. I would urge you to go onto the Farming Simulator website and go onto Modhub and check out all of the changelogs, or go into the Modhub and have a look in the Modhub. Some of them don't appear on the website but are in the Modhub, and sometimes it gets a bit confusing. But anyway, we've got updates to the gas station by Stefan 1997, fuel storage by Missy B. That does say though it has added in a small tank up to 10,000 litres and added an AdBlue tank. Updates to the New Holland CR690 by Rick Blacklabel TWD Modding. The tension belt pack by Dor Schmid. Again, there's loads in the changelog on that. It's too much to read out. You're probably better off going on and having a look. An update to the Placeable Farm Shop by AF Modding. We've got an update to the ITS John Deere 9000 Pro Series Forage Harvester by ITS. The Flegel TPW Bale Trailer Set by Top Ace 888. The update for that says it's a change to the Galignani bales, the smaller bales. There was a problem with those. That's been updated. The Vinhuis Premium Integral Slurry Spreader by STV Modding has had an update. The Front Cultivator Cavernan by Lucas RLD and Ucash 1555. The Pavelli Pack by DD Mod Passion has had an update. The Lizard Z525 by QWERTY and Pushcap has had an update. What else? The John Deere 7030 Premium Series by Black Eyes Modding has also had an update. So quite a few updates. Like I say, I would urge you to go and have a look. We have only got 5 mods today, and we got a bit of a mixed bag. A couple that I think are brilliant. Yeah, you'll see. In front of us, the first mod for today, we've got the Kaweco Radium 45. Now I thought we'd already had one of these, but I could have been thinking of FS17. On FS19 we've got a Kaweco pull box already, I think. So anyway, this is directly in front of us. This is by PolyDesign. This will use 20 slots if you're on console. This is a Forage Wagon, primarily for all your silage type crops, grass, hay, straw, all those kind of things. I think it's 42,000 litres. Really nicely detailed. There's a few options on this available with regard to mud guards and other things, which we're going to have a look at too. This you'll find under trailers. So there you go, the Radium 45, 41,000 to buy. Options available. We can change the main colour, like so, which changes all the strips and boarding around the outside. We can change the rim colour to anything on that pallet, like so. We've got the option of trailer bogs on standard or wides, and then we've got Michelin on standard and back to trailer borg again. Then we've got the option underneath here of nothing at all. Then you've got front fender, rear fender, or you can have fender, which just gives you front and rear, and then you can have the option on top of cover, yes or no. Those are your options available to pick and choose what you want. It's 42,000 litres. There's no change in that. That's what you get. So with that addition of a main colour and design, we're up to 45,200. Oh, cover. The cover's £3,000 actually. Take that off. Don't want that. But anyway, those are your options. So just jump in this. Cover open, like so. It does have a steering axle at the rear. Unload. Nice smooth animation on the lip. Belts moving inside with chain drives. Nice smooth animation on there. And then up front, if you are doing forage harvesting, it says, there we go, L1 and right stick up and down will move that front flap. Yeah, you can just see that moving. So if you are using a forage harvester and you're spraying into it, there aren't many forage harvesters that hook up to ball attached trailers, which this one is. So there you go, that's the Kaweco Radium 45. Moving on to the next of the mods for today. Now this is one I'm don't know with this one. I'm a little bit baffled. Well, not baffled, it's just a bit, you know, I've said before, when you get certain mods and you look at them and you just think, as a mod reviewer, how would you put it across without being negative? I know it sounds... I'm just reviewing it. I'm looking at what's in front of me. So, this is the Kron X Disc 620 by Kyosho. Do we already have an XDisc 620? Yes, we do. Which begs the question, why have we got another one? This one has got side cutters on it, and that's it. That's the only difference. This does come with a trailer as well. The standard in-game one also comes with the trailer, which is why there's a bit of bafflement. I know we do get duplicates of things and reskins and stuff like that, but I'm just not getting this. This will use 25 slots for this header. The standard in-game one is 6 slots. The width is the same, does the same job. So yeah, well, I don't know. Like I say, the cutter on the side of this is a nice feature. Is it worth 19 slots? I'm really not too sure. We'll have a look at it in store. Anyway, under Forage Harvester headers. Now an XDisc, or these headers here, are what I call all crop headers. So they will chaff any crops. You've got ones that will pick up grass, and then you've got ones that will do corn chaffing. These will do your other crops. They will do grass as well. They'll cut grass, chaff it. So that's the standard one. 38,000, 6 slots, 6.2 metres. This is the modded one. 38,000, 6.2 metre. It says 2 slots there because I've already got one, but 25 slots. Options available. We can have standard, which is the same as the in-game one, or with the cutting knife, which is an extra 1,800. And that's it. Well, this also comes with a header trailer. So you'll find that under header trailers. The standard in-game one there is 3,000 to buy, and is... Oh, no, it's not 1 slot because I've already got one. 4 slots, I think that was. And then we've got the modded one, which is 3,900 to buy, is also 4 slots. So again, my bafflement is, why would you get that one for 3,900, the modded one, when you can have the standard one, which is no different, for 3,000? No, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just... Anyway, bear with me. So here they both are. The modded one and the standard. Now I thought maybe it's because it's the newer version of the the XDisc 620, so the standard in-game one is a few years older, it's a newer version, that kind of thing. These trailers are identical as far as I can tell. I cannot see any difference at all in those trailers. Yet one of those is 900 more. Like I say, I just personally don't get it. I don't know why. There you go. So as far as this goes in operation, if we hook it up and then turn the pipe out, turn it on, it puts the cutters forwards like so. So when you are going through a crop, it will give you a cleaner cut. But in all honesty, that is aesthetic, because if you use the standard one, or you buy this version without the side cutters on, it will still harvest the crop. It will still take the crop in. It's not like you're going to lose stuff out the side. It's a nice mod in so much as it does the job it's supposed to. I say, I don't know, maybe I'm doing the modder a disservice. I don't know, but I honestly, I know it's horrible, so I can't see the point of it. I really can't. Anyway, there you go. That's the XDisc 620 by Kyosho. Moving on. We've got these. And again, I'm not sure. I really am not sure. These are the NMC Pallets by North Modding Company. As you can see, we've got quite a few options. Now, at first glance, I thought, oh, that's exciting. That's cool. I was even going to throw around the word game changer. You can pick these pallets up by hand and move them around, which is great. As you can see, they have got straps on them. Now, the premise being, according to the picture and everything that sort of comes with it, they have tension belts and they are strappable. So they have their own tension belt on them, but then they can also be strapped down onto a trailer. Now, the picture on the Modhub shows one of these with a bale on it. So my first thought is, well, why would you need to strap down a bale on a pallet? Because you can strap down a bale on a trailer anyway. So then I thought, but hang on though, what could be a game changer here is moving around equipment and machinery. Not necessarily big machinery like seeders, but various different heads and cutters and adapters and adjustments. We have got the tension belt pack, and there's a few different things in that, but this could open it up to a whole load of more machinery. If you want to go down that realism route of putting bits of machinery onto these pallets, strapping them to the pallet, then loading the pallet onto a trailer and strapping the whole thing down, which means you can then transport around loads and loads of various different adapters and attachments and things like that, which is great in theory. So what I did was, up at the main store, I got an excavator and I got an excavator bucket. I put the excavator bucket on here and strapped it down. Well, the strap didn't go over the bucket, it kind of went underneath it. So I thought, okay, well, maybe it is strapped down. I picked up on the forks, it didn't seem to go anywhere. As soon as I put it on the trailer, the whole lot moved. The bucket just wouldn't stay on. Now, that could just be that particular implement that I tried to go with. Now, what you've got to bear in mind, though, is if I go into, not that menu, this menu, and we go, for example, to, I don't know, let's go to front loaders. I scroll across until I get to the CSZ pack stuff, which is, in a minute, here. And we scroll through all the different implements. Now, this is just the CSZ pack. You think of how many different mod packs there are and how many different implements, adapters, bits of equipment that potentially could be strapped down. There's absolutely no way I can go through and test every single one of them to see which ones will and which ones won't. But as soon as I put the bucket on and that didn't stay on there, I thought, oh, that's really disappointing. I was hoping that was going to work better. Now, it may well be you'll use this and you'll put something on it and it'll be absolutely fine. I like the fact they're liftable by hand. That makes life a lot easier for moving around. I like the fact they've got straps on them, so in theory you can strap stuff down. I don't know, maybe a small pile of logs, or I'm not sure. There is going to be a use for them. It's just finding what it is that straps down onto them. And it may well be the one thing you want to strap down is the one thing that works and absolutely changes the way you move things around the map from now on. So that's going to be something that's going to need a bit of fiddling around with. Where do you find them? These were under objects, under pallets. They're 15 to buy. They're only one slot each anyway. We do have some options. The actual etched in or burnt in stamped lettering NMC and the information, we can change the colour of that to anything you want, so, or on that palette, anything you want. The palette, colour palette, not the palette. And then we can actually change the colour of the palette, so you can have the wood sort of colour if you want, or you can go for anything you like really. If you want to colour coordinate or you want to put certain things on there with certain colours, that's entirely up to you. Those are the options available on those pallets. Like I say, you may well get them, put something on it, it straps down perfectly and you'll have no bother at all, and it'll be the best thing you've ever downloaded. I'm trying to work it. I was so hoping it'd be things like, you know, I could just chuck a bucket on that and bang, off you go with it, or, you know, and then you're not then limited to just the tension belt pack that we've got already for implements and stuff. But anyway, that's the NMC Pallet by North Modding Company. Moving on, we have got this. This is really nice. I like this. Loads and loads of detail. This is the Farmhouse. This is by Karol. It is 33 slots because of the detail. There's a lot of texture. There's loads of stuff going on this. It's not huge. It doesn't take up a massive amount of room. But I just think the level of detail on it is incredible. The time taken on it is amazing. Again, this is one of those things, it may just fit perfectly with the style of Let's Play you're doing, something you've been waiting for, or I don't know. But if we come inside, you'll see even more inside as well. Now again, I don't know if I'm being blind as a bat here, and I could well be. I can't find a light switch. I'll probably walk straight past it, or it's behind the plant or something. But yeah, I mean, the level of detail in here is incredible. Look at that. Very, very nice indeed. The trigger is actually inside. As soon as you go inside, press L3. That's your sleep trigger. Where will I find this? This will be under placeables. It will be under farmhouses. 25,000 to buy, so not too expensive at all. Like I say, 33 slots on the slot count. It may well be the one you've been looking for. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. At least I think it's the last of the mods for today. I've been caught out a couple of times over the last couple of weeks where mods have dropped really late. But what we do have here, and this is one that I do think is going to make a big difference, personally. This is the Ponsse Elephant King trailer, HKL. So this is a hook lift trailer that goes with the Ponsse Elephant King. But it does say under required mods, IT Runner 2623 HD pack by Agritechnic Nordiefel and the Ponsse Elephant King HKL. Now this is supposed to extend the ability of the hook lift trailer that already is out by giving you a smaller, hook lift back for the Ponsse Elephant King by giving you a hook lift trailer as well. Which is great, and if you like logging, that's absolutely fantastic, and all the features are going to be exactly the same. My initial thought then was, okay, that's great, but if you're not really into your logging, can it serve another purpose? The fact it said required mod was specifically the Ponsse Elephant King HKL by North Modding Company. Will it hook up to a normal tractor rather than having to get the Ponsse Elephant King? The answer to that is yes, it does. Which means this, as far as I'm aware, is now the cheapest hook lift trailer on console. Now that changes things a bit. I kind of don't necessarily steer clear of them, but the hook lift trailers and stuff, I like the concept. I think it's brilliant. That give that versatility of different backs, and generally speaking the backs are very, very cheap. The trailers themselves aren't particularly cheap, which kind of then steers me away from using them. This is only 14,000 to buy. Yes, it's a bit big and it's a bit chunky, and it does say it will go with the IT Runner 2623 HD pack, which is the shorter variants of a lot of the trailers. So you don't just have to use this for logging. This one over here I hooked up to the Streublitz PS2201. This is a muck spreader, but this will also spread lime, and it hooks onto there and goes on the back, absolutely no problem at all. I also hooked it up to the Forage trailer, which is also part of the 2623 HD pack. There are a few trailer backs for grain and various different things. There's all sorts of stuff in the hook lift category, so to speak. So what does it actually come with? Well, if I open it out like so, it works just like a normal hook lift does, which is great. Well, this has also got more for if you're doing forestry, but we can extend this out. Now the weird thing is, in my mind I'm thinking, this definitely says new. What if we already had this? I thought, I'm not sure now. Or was it? No, it was just a trailer. It wasn't a hook lift. It was a standard logging trailer that did this. But we can extend this right out. So if you were going to do logging, you could just use this as a login trailer on the back of another one, or whatever you're using. I like that as a feature. That's pretty cool. So this one, and I'll show you what I mean. Gotta stop doing that. We're going to be under tools. Now firstly we're going to have a look under trailers, and I'll show you what I mean. So the IT runner back there, the ITR 2633 HD is 55 grand. there is a modded pal finger one of those, which is also 55 grand as well. And that's a hook lift back, as you can see, triple axle, and that will do the longer hook lift backs. The required mod this is talking about is this one here, the ITR 2623 HD, which is 40 grand for the IT runner trailer, which is, don't get me wrong, it's very nice, lovely. It's 40 grand, and then your various different backs on that. So there are a whole load in the pack that go with it, of all sorts of different attachments, which makes it incredibly versatile. Now this one you'll find under forestry, because it is intended to be for forestry, and it's there. 14,000, just 14,000. That will use 4 slots as well, really low on the slot count. Now we can change the rim colour to anything on that palette, so you can get it to match up whatever you're doing. The main colour, again, switch it around to whatever you want to have it on. We can have knock-ins, which is the standard wheel configuration, or if you're going to go with the forestry, you can put it on the Ollis 4s, and then we can go through a whole selection of various different options in colour. So you get the chains, then you get the tracks, very different track depths. I do like the silver ones, I think they look really good if you're doing forestry. If you're not doing forestry, if you want to use them, that's entirely up to you. So those are your options available. I just think it's fantastic. That is so cheap for a hook lift trailer. So if you're thinking about going down trying out the hook lift IT runner thing and you don't want to fork out a lot of money, this suddenly makes it a lot more affordable. Now it does put a bit of weight over the back axle, which does mean the front has a tendency to lift on a tractor depending on what you're using, so you might want to go with the front weight on the front, or a weight on the front. But like I say, you don't have to use it for logging. So if you've kind of looked at it and thought, oh, it's a Ponsse Elephant King, that's a logging bit of equipment, I'm not interested, think again. That will give you a few more options. I like that a lot. That's by North Modding Company. So a bit of it, like I said, a bit of a mixed bag today. Some I'm a bit baffled by. A couple I think have got potential, but are going to need a bit of fiddling around with to find the right fit. And some of them, yeah, just really nice mods. Worked out really well. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.